Okay, hold on. So you clicked on this video because you want to know everything about the modification system in Warface, is that right? Well, first of all, the modification system is not as complicated as you might think, and it's actually really easy to understand once you get a hang of it. But anyway, let's not talk too much and let's just start already, shall we? So, I have divided the video into 3 parts. The first part contains everything about gears and how to obtain them. The second part is about the modification system. Not the mods just yet, but the system itself. And the last part is about the mods itself and what you can do with them. I have added timestamps on the screen right now, so feel free to jump across. I would recommend to watch the full video though. So, as I already said, I'm gonna tell you how you can get these so-called gears, which is the core element of the modification system. Currently there's only 2 ways to obtain them. These 2 ways are 1. Leveling up your guns, and 2. Contracts. I'm gonna explain the contracts first. There are 2 permanent contracts in the game right now. One of them gives you 150 parts and the other one gives you 250. The contracts have a cooldown of 24 hours and cost 1000 Warface dollars each, meaning you can only get 400 parts a day with these contracts. For the 150 gear contract you will need to get 10 red points, which you can see on the screen right now. These can be obtained by the challenges in the contract. There are always 3 different slots for missions. Slot 1 and 2 give you 2 red points and slot 3 gives you 3 red points. The challenges can range from reviving teammates to killing enemies to winning matches or even getting knife kills. The 250 parts contract on the other hand needs 45 red points. Same system applies to this one. Only difference is that slot 1 gives you 4 red points, slot 2 5 and slot 3 6 red points. Now that we have the contracts covered, let's get over to the actual modification system. At first hand, this might be the most complicated part for most of you, but let's just start with different gradings of the weapons itself. There are 5 kinds of weapons that we can differentiate. Tier 1 guns, Tier 2 guns, Tier 3 guns, Tier 4 guns, and lastly the unique guns. Weapons with the Tier 1 for example are all the guns that you can get from the vendor at the beginner level. Tier 2 weapons are from the medium level, Tier 3 from the advanced level, and Tier 4 weapons are all the professional items from the vendor such as the Uzi Pro or Zaygrai AR-15. But for the most interesting part we have the unique guns. These guns don't have a theme and the devs just decide what guns are gonna be in that tier. A few examples for this tier are the Chris Super V Custom, AK Alpha, the Sentry 12 and lastly the Mauser Car 98K. There are a lot more though. Sometimes the devs will just add a new gun to that tier so we can get a new fresh experience with these guns. Yeah, right. So now that we have the tier system covered, let's hop over to the leveling system. Every gun has 40 levels. It starts with level 1 and the XP needed for the next level will exponentially increase with every level. But I must say, the unique guns need way, like literally way more XP than all the other guns. But unique guns have a special bonus, which I'm gonna tell you a little later, okay? So, the weapon will start by having 1 modification slot, and it'll get another at level 15 to 16. The 3rd mod slot is unlocked at gun level 28 to 30. This just depends on the weapon, for some it's 15, for some it's 16 and vice versa. To level up a gun, you need to play it. That's obvious I guess, but the amount of XP that you'll get depends on a few factors. 1. A mastery point booster which can be obtained for 3 days by a contract that costs 1000 Warface dollars. This booster will increase the weapon XP you'll get by 50%. This means if you would usually get 100 XP without the booster, with the booster you're gonna get 150 XP. Second point. Mission reward or match rewards. This means that how much XP you get in the mission or PvP match directly corresponds to the amount of XP you'll get for the weapon. A quick side note, you will only get the XP if you actually hold the weapon in your hand while also being alive. An example for that, you've played a PvP ranked round. The whole round has got 500 mastery points, but you've only held your weapon for about 20% of the time. Then you will only get 100 weapon XP for that round. For some of you who might think now,
ooh, I can AFK now and get loads of XP from my gun.
I'm gonna have to disappoint you because that is simply not possible. Each mission or match has a maximum of points you can get, so AFKing won't work. Maybe for a few hundred points, but yeah, that's it, not more. And the last way to get weapon XP, which I really don't recommend until you've hit level 20 on a unique gun, is just buying. Well, there's not much to say about buying except that one level costs 50 credits, so if you want to max it without having the gun played once, you will need to spend 1950 credits. Ouch. So if you have the gun at least level 20, it'll only cost 1000 credits. A few recommendations for leveling the gun as fast as possible are: 1. If you're a full stack considering of 3 people, a hide or run to the end and intentionally fail might be the best option for you. This way you're gonna get about 4000 weapon XP with the booster. This run can be done in about 19 minutes if you're fast. But if you have no friends like me, play Sunrise hard, finish the first stealth pod and die. This will give you about 400 to 600 points for 2 minutes. If you don't know how to do the stealth pod solo, I've linked my video in the description, so feel free to check it out. Coming back to the first point on how to get gears now that we have covered how you actually level your guns in the game. Remember when I said that you can get gears by leveling up your guns? Well, if you've managed to get a tier 1, 2, 3 or 4 gun to level 40, you're rewarded with 95 gears, which is not much, but it's still something. And if you're really crazy enough and didn't spend any money to level a unique gun, or even spend money on it, applause, because you've just received 550 gears. But for the amount of effort you've put into that gun, that's barely anything. But since there are about 46 tier 1 to 4 guns in the game, you're gonna get about 4370 gears in total if you've leveled up all the guns to level 40. Good, so that's all the ways to get gears covered now. Now over to the most interesting part, mods itself and what you can do with them. First, let's talk about the basic mods in the tier 1 to 4 weapons. They all have the same mods, so it's just faster if I just list them here. So, for riflemen and engineers we have switch speed, hit accuracy, ADS speed, reload speed, rate of fire, flip size, load damage, sprint speed, cost accuracy, range, total capacity, aim accuracy, and damage. For medics we have switch speed, hit accuracy, spread tightness, reload speed, rate of fire, sprint speed, cost accuracy, range, total capacity, and damage. And lastly for stats we have switch speed, ADS speed, reload speed, rate of fire, sway while moving aim mode, total capacity, sprint speed, cost accuracy, aim accuracy, and also damage. If you have unlocked the gun's mods, for example the switch speed at level 2 for all guns, then you're able to level it up a total of 4 times. From the free mod to the rare mod, then ultra rare, then legendary, and lastly the max tier, which is elite. The costs to upgrade the mod are the following: from grey to green, 10 gears, green to blue, 50 gears, blue to purple, 100 gears, and purple to gold, 200 gears. So to max one mod on a tier 1 to 4 weapon, you will need 360 gears. But since the weapon has 3 mods at its max level, to get a fully decked out gun, you're gonna need 1080 gears. But enough talking about the mediocre guns, let's get to the big ones, the unique weapons. I have already told you that unique guns are a little special, you could say, because other than tier 1 to 4 guns, unique guns have special mods, the so-called unique mods. Get it? Because the weapon is unique and yeah, whatever. Every unique gun has different unique mods. Who would have guessed? But let's just start with an example. My favorite gun in the game currently, the Chris Super V Custom. The Chris has 2 unique mods, one of them increases the rate of fire by 40% and adds another 7 bullets to the clip, and the other one adds 20% headshot damage, 16 extra damage and 2 more range. You can buy any unique mod for 3000 parts, and this is very important. You cannot equip 2 unique mods at the same time. It is possible to have 2 or even 3 elite mods on a weapon, but not 2 unique mods. These unique mods cannot be upgraded since they are already classified as elite mods, but the other mods on the gun are upgradable. They cost way more than the tier 1 to 4 guns though. The upgrade costs are the following: 100 for the first upgrade, 500 for the second, 1000 for the third, and 2000 for the last, which brings the total to 3600 for just one elite mod on a unique gun. So in total, to get a fully decked out unique gun, you're gonna need to spend 10,200 gears, which is approximately 26 days of farming the contracts. Yikes. The game has a lot of unique guns at the time, and it's only gonna be more from now on. So, for some unique guns, a bit has changed. Best examples are the Sentry 12 and the H&K G36 Assault. These new guns have a feature which is highly pay to win. To get certain attachments on these guns, you need to level the gun itself. So for the G36, you're not gonna get the grip until you're level 18 in the gun. This makes it a bit pay to win, but yeah, it's Warface, you can do nothing about it, so just live with it. But that said, you can get these attachments for free if you just play the game, so you don't have to buy it, but it's just faster if you buy it, so you have a chance against pay-to-win players even if you don't spend money to level the gun, so yeah, it's possible, but not recommended. So yeah, that should be about everything the modification system has to offer, besides the stupid gamma vest, but I'm not gonna explain them, just use graphite or rock solid armor because they're just better. You're not going to use the gamma vest, but yeah. This video took longer to make than my usual videos, and I actually put some effort into it, which is like crazy to think about. Like the script is 6 pages long, so I have no idea why I did that, but so I would very much appreciate it if you could like the video and maybe share it somewhere. I would also be happy if you would press the subscribe button, but obviously you don't have to, I can't force you to do it. But yeah, anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really hope I've cleared a lot of confusion, or possibly spread even more confusion, but that's not my fault then, lol. Anyway, see you next time, bye bye.